Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220, KHTS. Your host, Fred Arnold, on the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. I'm joined by Pete Bellis, my good friend from the Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, and also very involved in the Valley Industry Association. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Now, we're here to talk about the Valley Industry Association and why it's important for the college to be a great partner with VIA.
Well, when it comes to things like technical education, the college has always been at the forefront. But in the mid-90s, they actually changed the mission of the colleges and made it one of their missions to be involved in the economic development of their community. So starting out in the late 80s, early 90s, we developed a offshoot of the college that sits off to the side, this economic development unit that works directly with businesses and with the goal of making them more competitive in the current environment.
And I think that's absolutely critical to bring those skills. So let's talk about this for a minute because it excites me to talk about it. So at the University Center, they brought you have the traditional two-year college that prepares students to go on to four-year colleges,
correct,
right? And that's traditionally what we think of at College of the Canyons. But in reality, they've created this environment in which you bring in trades and skills, and you have certain classes specific to, hey, let me teach you a trade so you can go out and earn a living.
That's correct. And actually, there's a whole number of ways we do that. We have career technical education programs, which are, things like welding and manufacturing and interior design. And those are your normal college classes. In addition to that, we also have classes specifically developed for specific industries. So for manufacturing, if a manufacturer says, our people need to be able to read blueprints better than they do now, we'll create a class specifically for them and we'll teach it on site. So their employees can, right after work, they go on, they take the class right after work. And we can do that in hundreds of different subjects.
Let's talk about something that you'd recently done, which they called the CACT. I'm probably saying this wrong, right?
No.
Tell us about the CACT.
It's as good as you can pronounce it. It's the Center for Applied Competitive Technologies. And the idea of that is to make California manufacturers competitive with the rest of the country and the rest of the world. So we looked at what new technologies are out there, both in terms of how we do the work and in how we run the business. And the CACT focuses then on bringing companies in, introducing them to new technologies, introducing them to new management, and helping them really just become more competitive. So they will take a manufacturer, run them through, say, a Six Sigma Lean program, get them to produce results faster with fewer defects.
And that's critical because we do a lot of what I would call, we have a great industrial base here in Santa Clarita. We need that industrial base. I call it clean industry, but we do make and manufacture things here, and it's great for our employment base, and you make them more efficient immediately, so it's like on-the-job training.
It is. And in some cases, it's quite dramatic. There's a few companies that we worked with that increased their throughput by 200-300%. Items that were taking 5 weeks to make, they can now make in 1 week. So it makes them more competitive. They expand. They hire more people. It's great for the economy all the way around.
Can any business owner, or almost any business owner here in the Santa Clarita Valley, take advantage of your programs?
Absolutely. We have actually a whole number of different programs. The Center for Applied Competitive Technologies, the CACT, looks at those competitive items, but we also have the Employee Training Institute, which focuses on creating classes for the employees of the company. So in anything from how to use Microsoft Excel to how to run a 5-axis mill. We also have the Small Business Development Center, which literally any manufacturer in this valley can come to us. We'll help them, work on business plan. We'll help them develop an export plan if this is something they want to, start exporting out of the country. We have a Center for International Trade Development that handles that. If they need to hire people, the WorkSource can do a recruitment event for them. And then we have this thing called the Fast Track Institute, where For companies that have a really hard time filling positions, we'll create a boot camp, a fast track, specifically for those positions. And we can get people through in a matter of weeks.
Yeah, it sounds exciting because we need to be competitive from our, to our friends from the north, south, but other countries are competing for our business. And I think it's important that we stay competitive. Pete, those that want to reach out to your College of Economic Development or College of the Canyons in general, how can they reach your department?
The easiest thing is off the web, canyons.edu, or to get specifically to our division, it's canyonsecondev.org.
canyonsecondev.org.
Or come visit us in the University Center.
Yes, and they're always there willing to help and help you. And what a great facility that is.
It is beautiful there.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, Pete Bellis. Pete Bellis is the Dean of Economic Development at College of the Canyons, my fellow board member of the Chamber of Commerce, and very involved in VIA, the Valley Industry Association. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the VIA Valley Industry Association Business Spotlight on AM 1220 KHTS.